from Bible Study Tours, KJV, a mixture between KJV and NIV. Family. Family. Exodus 20, verse 12. Honor your father and your mother, so that you may live long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. Psalms 127, verse 3 to 5. Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from him. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. They will not be put to shame when they contend with their opponents in court. 1 Corinthians 11, verse 3. But I want you to realize that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4 to 7. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, it does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. It keeps no records of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. 1 John 4, verse 19. We love because he first loved us. Colossians 3, verse 20. Children, obey your parents in everything, for this pleases the Lord. 1 Timothy, verse 3 to 4. For he must manage his own family well, and see that his children obey him, and he must do so in a manner worthy of full respect. 1 Timothy 3, verse 5. If anyone does not know how to manage his own family, how can he take care of God's church? Ephesians 6, verse 1 to 2. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise. One Timothy 5, verse 8. Anyone who does not provide for their relatives, and especially for their own household, has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Acts 10, verse 2. He and all his family were devout and God-fearing. He gave generously to those in need and prayed to God regularly. Colossians 3, verse 13. Bear with each other and forgive one another. If any of you has a grievance against someone, forgive as the Lord forgave you. Colossians 3, verse 19. Husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them. Ephesians 6, verse 4. Father, do not expatriate your children. Instead, bring them up in training and instruction of the Lord. Genesis 1, verse 28. God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, and over every living creature that moves on the ground. Genesis 2, verse 24. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh. Genesis 18, verse 19. For I have chosen him so that he will direct his children and his household after him to keep the way of the Lord by doing what is right and just, so that the Lord will bring about for Abraham what he has promised him. Ephesians 5, verse 33. However, each of you also must love his wife as he loves himself, and the wife must respect her husband. Proverbs 12, verse 4. A wife of noble character is her husband's crown, but a disgraceful wife is like a decay in his bones. Proverbs 22, verse 6. Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. Psalms 27, verse 10. Though my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will receive me. Deuteronomy 6, verse 6 to 7. These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Proverbs 6:20. My son, keep your father's command and do not forsake your mother's teaching. Matthew 15, verse 4. For God said, honor your father and mother, and anyone who curses their father or mother is to be put to death. Proverbs 15, verse 20. A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish man despises his mother. Proverbs 15, verse 27. The greedy bring ruin to their households, but the one who hates bribes will live.